Hello and welcome, I'm Karim Hatem and you're watching Q News. Here are the top stories for the hour. The United Nations General Assembly has resumed its emergency session on Gaza, with Palestine's UN representative Riyad Mansour delivering a strong condemnation of what he described as Israel's ongoing genocide. Mansour also criticized attacks on UN institutions and violations of international law, calling for an immediate ceasefire and an end to what he termed massacres. He urged the enforcement of International Court of Justice rulings, emphasizing the need for Palestinian self-determination and the establishment of a sovereign state based on the 1967 borders, with East Jerusalem as its capital. He concluded by underlining the urgency of ending decades of occupation and apartheid.
Arrest warrants issued by the ICC must be a turning point.
Israeli occupation forces have bombed a house in Gaza's Al-Nusayrat camp, killing 3 civilians and injuring several others. Airstrikes also targeted Gaza City, Rafah and Khan Yunis, while intermittent shelling hit Al-Maghazi camp. Rescue crews in Al-Janina neighborhood recovered 3 bodies amidst the destruction. The attacks across central and southern Gaza have left widespread devastation and numerous casualties. An Israeli airstrike on Gaza City's Sheikh Radwan neighborhood has killed 10 Palestinians, injuring others after targeting a house. That comes as Israeli occupation forces detained 28 Palestinians across the West Bank, including children and a wounded individual taken from a hospital. The raids involved home destruction, assaults and threats. The Israeli army spokesperson for Arab media, Avichai Adjai, has notified residents of Lebanon that they are prohibited from traveling south to 10 villages. He added that anyone traveling south of this line is putting themselves in danger. Additionally, Adjai warned residents to refrain from returning to 50 villages. Lebanese media has reported that U.S. envoy Amos Hochstein is set to visit Beirut soon to monitor progress on implementing the ceasefire agreement. According to media sources, the visit is aimed to support the Oversight Committee tasked with ensuring adherence to the terms of the truce, which was established to prevent further hostilities.
Here, we discussed it here as planned. If we made progress, I would go to Israel and make those.
Lebanon's caretaker Prime Minister Najib Mikati has announced since a week of ceasefire, Israeli violations have exceeded 60 incidents. During a cabinet session, Mikati confirmed the ceasefire's continuation over the past 2 days, expressing hope it leads to lasting stability, though remaining cautious about potential violations. He also urged the Lebanese diaspora to support the country's recovery, emphasizing unity, determination and faith in Lebanon's future. The French National Assembly has passed a no-confidence vote forcing Prime Minister Michel Barnier to resign. Supported by 331 deputies from the New Popular Front and National Rally, the vote exceeded the 288 required. Barnier, criticized for bypassing Parliament on the 2025 budget, is the first Prime Minister ousted this way since 1962. South Korea's Vice Defense Minister Kim Sun-ho has said former Defense Minister Kim Yong-hyun, who resigned over President Yoon Suk-yeol's bid to impose martial law, had ordered the deployment of troops to the parliament. Kim Sun-ho said no live ammunition had been provided to those troops. South Korea's parliament introduced a motion on Thursday to impeach Yoon over a botched attempt to impose martial law, while the defense minister blamed for advising move and ordering troops to the parliament resigned. Russia has claimed to have struck a Ukrainian military airbase, while Ukraine reported successfully repelling multiple attacks from Russia. The Russian Defense Ministry reported strikes on Ukrainian military airports, ammo depots and personal concentrations, while air defense downed dozens of Ukrainian drones. Russian forces also targeted Ukrainian personnel and equipment in Kursk. Meanwhile, Ukraine's general staff stated that Ukrainian forces repelled multiple Russian attacks after over 100 battles in Kharkiv, Pokrovsk, and Kharkov. This concludes our top headlines for this hour. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more on Qnews.